good morning, good people. Today is Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. It is almost 6 a.m. here in southwestern Nevada, a place I call Pahrump-Tucky, or Pahrump, you choose. It's between Death Valley to the west and Sin City to the east, and south of Area 51, Spookyville. Okay, well, today's a big day, big show. We've got a really big show. Our theme for today is Attention Doesn't Scale. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. We are here to help our students and interested people on their journey through this life. That's it. No big deal. Just help people through life in 4 areas: physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The spiritual stuff occurs on the weekends at G School, but we kind of sprinkle everything with that because it is the most important part if you believe you have a transcendent soul. If you believe you have a transcendent soul, the question should be, what happens next? Number 1. Number 2, is there anything I do now that will impact that? If the answer is yes, things I do now will impact it, it would be, okay, well, what are they? How can I have the best possible impact on that? And of course, how do I know? How do I know that's true? And, at the end of the day, we don't really know. We have to go on belief. We have to go on the preponderance of the evidence. We have to use the scientific method. Does it make sense? So on the one hand, it's either we're just atoms in the void, nothing has any meaning, or we have a transcendent soul. You have nothing to lose, really, by believing we have a transcendent soul, because your life can be the most fulfilling for other people. And you have everything to lose if we do have a transcendent soul and you believe we don't. You act as if we don't. So, the ultimate focus, the ultimate goal is we have a transcendent soul. And the belief that what we do now has an impact on what happens later. So how do we maximize what we do now? And we focus on that in 4 areas: physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The idea being our life is a gift. It is a gift. And what are you supposed to do with gifts? You're supposed to honor them, not waste them, not ruin them, not ignore them. Put them to use, honor them, so the person who gave you the gift feels good. Wow, I gave him a new bicycle and that kid really likes it. I'm going to vicariously, in a sense, live through them on that bicycle. Versus they don't care about the bike. They gave the bike to somebody else. They're leaving it out in the rain. It's getting stolen. That was a waste. That was a waste of an investment. I could have given that gift to somebody else who was more deserving, more appreciative. So, and then there's the belief of, if you give somebody a gift and they honor the gift, are you more inclined to give them another gift? Yes. So that's the premises upon which we act. So how do we honor this gift of life? Well, physically, we take care of our body. We don't do anything to damage it or harm it. And we try to develop it to the best of our ability, given the time and resources we have. So eat right, exercise, get your body in good shape. Don't do things that damage it: drugs, alcohol, etc. Don't do things that it's not designed to do. Sex is, yes, good. That's a positive thing. That's not a trick or a trap. Well, we're designed for sex, but no, sex is bad. No, bad sex is bad. Okay, anyway, physical, mental, use your brain to the best of your ability. 3, emotional, control your emotions, learn to control your emotions. And 4 is the spiritual. So that's why we're here, to help people. And mainly the secret, what it boils down to, is build better habits. Build better habits. What's a habit? Unconscious behavior. Unconscious behavior. Build better habits. If you can do it unconsciously, that frees up your brain to do other things consciously. Driving is a great example of unconscious behavior. We're driving the car, we're not really aware of driving the car. We're talking on the phone, we're singing, we're texting, whatever we're doing, eating a hamburger, chewing gum, all at the same time. Build better habits. Okay, cool. And the purpose of the podcast is to come together to get the message across. Can't do it on your own. So good morning, Diana. What is your moving status? What is your moving status? What is the status of your moving? And how is the weather in Portland? I spoke to Watnata Bevy last night. She said she was going to be on this morning. Might have slept in. Who knows? I don't know. Might be at work. What's the difference between successful people and not successful people? Successful people do the things that not successful people won't do. It's not worth it for their time. They've got more important things to do. And that's kind of funny, right? Non-successful people have more important things to do than the things that successful people do. Okay, so where are you going? Good. Maticus von Atticus has arrived. Maticus von Atticus, what do you think about going to Las Vegas today with Mo Ria? Not Les Ria, this is Mo Ria. She's going to go to City Impact. Okay. Well, Diana, I will tell you that Sophie had good experience in Jacksonville, getting into the system, getting help, moving forward. A lot of resources put into what she's doing. Again, our theme of today is attention doesn't scale. So let's get into it. Advice from an 80-year-old, own a great stereo system. We have a red letter, daily stoic, 9 rules for life, 9 stoic rules for life, really good quickies. One of which is get comfortable being uncomfortable. Our main thing is Seth's blog. Darren Hardy, let's see, I don't remember it, but I know it was good. Okay, I gotta do stuff in Pahrump. What stuff do you need to do in Pahrump? Jacksonville sounds good. Well, it should be warm. What kind of stuff do you have to do in Pahrump, Matt? The job site awaits. Oh. Okay. Well, that's an afternoon thing. Maria's going in the morning. She's going down there, getting stuff, coming back. I'm trying to advise her to not drive alone. The other thing she could do would be to take, she could take LaShonda. That kind of doesn't make sense. No. Starts at 10. Oh, I thought it started after 10. I thought it started at 1. Okay, well, that's your priority. You made a commitment to do that. You have to do it. All right, let's go back to attention doesn't scale. And This is from Seth's blog, Muscling Your Way Through, Seth Godin's blog, Muscling Your Way Through. When there's an overwhelming amount of incoming, it's possible to bear down and simply get through it. Right, 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 exactly. A lot of stuff happening. Okay, people, a lot of stuff happening. Let's just focus, get it done. Let's focus on the here now. 2 emails because it's a product launch. 200 emails because it's a product launch. A project goes viral and there are a lot of fires to put out. Right, a deadline is imminent and it's going to be a long night. But when the incoming becomes chronic, it's simply not possible. The problem isn't a lack of effort. The problem is the system. Right, systems. 40 years ago, anyone working in an office had to work their way through the pink while you were out slips and the inbox. That's it. Right. I remember growing up, you come back into the office, you go to the front desk, don't have any messages, boom, hand you a stack of pink slips to call people back, and you have an inbox of things that you need to do. That was it. Now there's exponentially more, particularly if you are engaging with anyone outside of your organization. Right. Emails, texts, phone calls, other apps. Simply shut down. The only solutions to change the system is simply shut down some channels of communication. Hand off entire swaths of engagement to someone else. Not next week, but now. Not for a while, but forever. Attention doesn't scale no matter how hard we try. Right. What does that mean? Attention doesn't scale no matter how hard we try. That's weird. Oh, there we go. Attention doesn't scale no matter how hard we try. If I was going to stay here, Portland, I just want to make sure I'm at my commencement. Okay, well, I don't know what that means, but I agree with you. I'm supportive of whatever you say, Diana, regarding that. Once again, what are you graduating from? Okay, but let's go back. Attention does not scale. What does that mean? Attention is like a finite thing. It's a pie. It doesn't get larger. What happens is you have a pie, and the more things you have to deal with, the more slices in the pie. So your attention goes down, not up, because your attention does not scale. Now, there's only one possible, not exception, but it's a hack to that. And that is if we can move as many things as possible into a habit, unconscious behavior. So, for example, when I'm on the Peloton, I can be on the Peloton exercising in a program. This is just the bicycle part, because they have sounds to tell you what to do, and listening to watching something on YouTube, learning on YouTube. I can do both of those things at one point in time. I can sort of text, I can sort of talk on the phone, but not really, because it's kind of strenuous on the Peloton. Okay, so that's good. And let's see. So it only scales if you can get things done unconsciously. So yesterday, unconsciously, I was driving 2 hours to Goldfield and then 2 hours back. Consciously, I was on the phone, talking to people, getting things done, dictating text messages, stuff like that. Unconsciously, I was driving. So while I'm going to an appointment 2 hours away, I'm still working. I get that done, 2 hours of working coming back. Then the same thing with last night at the NAN meeting. Hour driving there, getting stuff done, talking on the phone, making plans, making arrangements. Aha, what a bevy, made it. Making arrangements, unconsciously driving there. So I'm getting things done, go to the NAN meeting, consciously involved, a lot of good stuff yesterday at the NAN meeting. Shout out, kudos to Dr. Robert Bush, president of NAN, who I'll be having lunch with today. And so non-consciously driving, consciously talking to people on the phone, planning things, coming back, non-consciously driving, consciously reviewing what happened at the event and projecting into the future. So that's how attention can scale, but it's not really scaling. My attention is fixed. There's just things over here that I can do non-consciously. I don't have to pay attention to them and they still get done. Wow. Now, if I could just program myself while I'm sleeping, more lucid dreaming. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else on our hit parade of attention does not scale. So let's see. I will tell you on the Jack's observations, vitality plot. Good stuff in there. Go look at it. See what you got. Huberman on sleep. Well, non-sleep. Non-sleep. How to recover. Dynamic recovery. Non-sleep dynamic recovery. Arthur Brooks, The Science of Happiness. Barbara Oakley, Learning. Simon Sinek today, Neurotransmitters. This I'm going to put in red letter because it's that importante. Red letter, neurotransmitters cause us to behave, to feel the way we feel. And that affects our behavior. Our behavior affects the outcome. The outcome tends to reinforce our beliefs. So with that, we're going to say and cut. Unless anybody has anything else. Final thing. Final thing. Finalish, final thing. Okay, cut.